Well, let us start our today's discussion on the term refrigeration and air conditioning itself. Now, first we have to know what is meant by the term refrigeration itself. It is known, we have already came across few appliances for daily use, which is where we are using this principle, air conditioning itself. We know there are refrigerators in our household, and we have seen the air conditioner in our office as well as somewhere in our own home itself. What is the process? What do you mean by refrigeration in technical terms is to be defined first. Now, this term refrigeration is defined as the process of removing heat from a substance under control condition. So very clear, you have to remove heat. Where for refrigeration from a chamber for a refrigerator for a chamber and for air condition from a room. There are also instances where refrigerator is not a chamber. For in case of cold storage, it is a big closed space where you have to keep different type of different food, different type of medicine, injections, syringe, etc. This is all the examples. These are all examples of the refrigeration process. Now we have to remove heat from the substance under control condition itself. Means we have to remove from the heat from the substance, means that for the items which kept inside the refrigerator, the people which is staying in the air conditioned room, and items, cylinder, etc., which is being kept in the cold storage itself. Now, it is also increases the process of reducing the maintaining of the temperature of the body before the general temperature of the surrounding. So what we are doing here, surrounding temperature, say around 30 degrees to 35 degrees centigrade, where we are maintaining around 10 to 12 degrees centigrade inside the refrigerator, or say 18 degrees centigrade inside the refrigerator air conditioned room itself. Now, in other words, the refrigeration means a continued extraction of heat from a body whose temperature is already below the temperature of its surroundings. So what we have to do, this, if you keep a particular utensils or some food inside the refrigerator, it was in the normal temperature, on the room temperature, its temperature is to be reduced up to the 18 degrees, up to the temperature of the refrigerator itself, inside temperature of the refrigerator itself. So what a refrigerator is doing continuously, or what a air conditioner is doing continuously, it is removing the heat from the human's body or from the food continuously to keep its a particular temperature. Because why it is continuously? Because you have to open the door of the air conditioned room, and somebody should come in with heated body where he is supposed to be cooled. And if you open the door of the refrigerator and put some foods from outside to inside, where it was in the room temperature, which is to be reduced inside, and which reduce the temperature inside, and the food, you are opening the door of the refrigerator as well as opening the door of your air conditioning room, means there are certain intake of outside heat inside the room, or inside the space of the air conditioner itself, which we have to cool it again and again. So that's a continuous process. So refrigeration means a continued extraction of heat from a body whose temperature is already below the temperature of the surrounding. So from a body, you have to make it cool on a pool below, much cool below the temperature of the surrounding itself. Now, let's have an example, say for some space, say cold storage, kept at -2 degrees centigrade or 271 Kelvin. We must continuously extract heat, which flows into due to the leakage through the walls and also due to the presence of also due to the heat which is brought into it with the articles stored after the temperature is once reduced to -2 degrees centigrade or 271 degree Kelvin. Thus, what is refrigerator is doing always, a heat is being pumped from a lower temperature. Heat is being pumped here from a lower temperature to a higher temperature. Always refrigerator doing, it is removing the heat from the inside the refrigerator itself or removing the heat inside the air conditioner itself and pumping it to the outside of the refrigerator or outside of the room itself. Now, we know, according to the second law of thermodynamics, this process is only possible with the aid of some additional external work itself. If we have heat is being pumped from a body with high temperature to a body to lower temperature, you don't have to do any work because it will be automatically done by the convection or conduction of the heat itself. But what happens here? We are doing the exactly opposite. We are pumping heat from the lower body, lowermost part of the from the body kept in lower temperature to a body or to a surrounding which is much higher in temperature to keep the substance inside the storage or inside the room at a low temperature, continuous low temperature itself. So thus it is obvious that a supply of power or electric motor through the electric motor say is regularly required to maintain a drive a refrigerator. So you have to supply power or you have to do some work by means of a electric motor or so, some other ways, mostly electric motors, and we have to trust we can keep the temperature apparently less from the refrigerator itself. So it's a refrigerator. So a refrigerator means so refrigerator is a reversed heat engine. What is shown here? It is a reversed heat engine or a reverse or a heat pump. Reverse heat engine means normal forward heat engine is to pump the heat from high temperature to low temperature. Here we have to reverse heating. We are pumping heat from low temperature to high temperature itself. A heat pump is always a heat pump is also there. It boosts the heat. It is also pump heat from a cold body and delivers to a hot body itself. Here, heat pump is generally used for in the winter season in some say countries like Siberia, Canada, etc., where you have to pump heat from a cold surroundings to heat the inside of the body of the surrounding. It is exactly opposite to the refrigerator system, which is pumping heat from inside to outside, and heat pump is pumping heat from outside to inside. But both the cases, the outside temperature for the heat pump is less than the inside temperature of the room. So you have to pump it from outside to inside, and from refrigerator, the inside temperature is less than the outside temperature. So you have to pump the heat from inside to outside. Now, the substance which works as the heat pump is to extract, I just told you, it is the hot body is called refrigerant. This substance which works in a heat pump to extract heat from a cold body to deliver it to a hot body is called refrigerant. So we are using a substance, refrigerant.
Sir, what is refrigerant?
Are Baba, আমি তো start করলাম.
Yes, yes, sir. But you mentioned about refrigerant.
শোন আমি তো start করলাম, আমাকে বলবার টাইমটা দিবি তো? refrigerant এক কথায় হয় না, পুরো চ্যাপ্টার আছে তোমাদের
Okay.
ওখানে। ওফ,
Okay, sir. Okay. Continue.
শোন, এটা this is you have to what will how this reach this functioning refrigerator, how air conditioning functioning. They are using a chemical, a liquid chemical, mind that, which has a different properties, and it is sometimes in certain part of the body is liquid and certain part of the circuit is gaseous. And we are using the latent heat of evaporation and latent heat of condensation for drawing the heat from the from the chamber itself. ठीक है? Up to this moment it is much a core. যা শুরু তো করেছি রে, পারা যায় না। You see, the refrigerant is known from the middle of 19th century, but that was nothing. Developed a few stray engines for some pleasure, to achieve some pleasure itself. Now, it provided attention for the scientists for proper studies. They able to call reliable machine in the 19th century for refrigerated job, but mostly it is really developed with the advent of efficient rotary compressors and gas turbines, when this particular science is really improved. Now, it is used for manufacturing of ice or any other product like this, and also used for cooling of storage chamber, for which the perishable goods, drinks, medicines are stored. So cold chambers means perishable foods, first of all, drinks, all different types of drinks, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, and 1,000 different types of medicines and injections you are supposed to store here. The refrigeration also applicable in submarine ships and aircraft and rockets. Now, I am asking you a small question and giving you the answer. Is there any difference between the refrigeration and air conditioning? The question is there any difference? My answer is there is no difference, except the application itself. Refrigerant is cooling inside a chamber, cooling a chamber inside a box type or almirah type equipment called our refrigerator, and air conditioning is cooling a space of like room, which is being used for the accommodation of some human being or some other work, some computer source, and so many different works are required. So that can be done in a refrigerated room. So I mean air conditioned room. So there is essentially no difference between air condition and refrigerator, but only difference is that one is cooling a big area room, like a big area like a room, and one is cooling a small area like a few hundred liters inside a refrigerator itself. But there is also one important difference between the two. A air conditioned room can be cooled at most minus 18 degrees, at most 18 degrees centigrade, not less than that, maximum 15 degrees centigrade. But in a refrigerator, you may have to cool -2, even as hell as -25, as well as -25 degrees centigrade, which is not required for an air conditioning room, because air conditioning room is only required to accommodate human being, but refrigerator is always used to accommodate the different foods and medicines which require much less temperature for its long preservation itself. Let us go for the few definitions, like units of refrigeration like this. Now, as the refrigeration is beyond your syllabus, beyond the scope of your syllabus, we'll go only a few portion of it like this. The air sometimes used as a refrigerator, but nowadays it is totally obsolete because of its extremely low efficiency and only it is can be used and sometimes in aircraft, and possibly it is not used at all at this moment. But in order to know, we have to discuss few portion of the air pollution systems. First, we have to know that is the unit of refrigeration. It is a defined unit of refrigeration means coefficient of performance of a refrigerator is applicable to air vapor or vapor compression ignition, vapor absorption ignition, all type of refrigerator itself, heat engine or refrigerator and a pump. Just 1 second. Now, what will you do? What is the unit of refrigeration? Why it is required? How much you have to cool, or how much you can cool with a particular AC and or a particular AC or air conditioning or particular refrigeration itself. We use a term, the unit of refrigeration here means a air conditioner of 2.5 ton or 1 ton or 1.5 ton has a specific technical meaning for air conditioning itself. Generally, refrigerators are not used, not defined like with this tonnage of refrigerants, but that's also equally applicable to refrigerator itself. Now, what is the unit of refrigeration? It's a practical unit of refrigeration is defined, expressed in terms of tons of refrigeration. This is the term that a ton of refrigeration is a mathematical formula, tons of refrigeration. And it is defined as the amount of refrigerating effect produced by the uniform melting of 1 ton of ice from and at 0 degrees centigrade in total 24 hours. First, what is the amount of the weight of the ice is 1 ton or 1000 kg. You have to keep it at uh, 0 degrees centigrade, and you will not increase the temperature, and you will take 24 hours to convert it there from ice to water itself by maintaining the same temperature at 0 degrees centigrade. So what we are converting temperature, ice is being melted, being melted from at 0 degrees centigrade, and it will conform into liquid in the liquid water in the same 0 degrees centigrade, and time required is equal to 24 hours, and the weight of the ice is supposed to be equal to 1 ton or 1000 kg. So here you are using only the latent heat of melting itself of ice. So it is 335 kg kilojoule per kg. Therefore, so 1 ton of refrigeration means if 1 ton 1335 kilojoule in 24 hours, 1335 divided by 24 hours divided by 60 means 232.6 kilojoule per minute. So this amount of heat we have to extract to we have to extract from a height of 1 kg 24 hours to make it liquid water from solid ice to liquid water, and this amount of kilojoule is required. So in actual practice, tons of refrigeration actually equivalent to 210 kilojoule per meter or 3.5 millijoule per meter. So what is clear here? If your refrigeration, if your air conditioner is of 1 ton capacity, means it is per minute is extracting 210 kilojoule. It is per minute to keep the temperature of the room, or a room as specified, or it can be two tons. So it can be 3 tons, 2.5 tons. So here it will be 210 multiplied by 2 kilojoule, 210 multiplied by 3 kilojoule per minute, like this. This is the amount of heat it is supposed to be extracted from the liquid ice itself, or your room itself, to as an which is used as the unit of refrigeration. So tons of refrigeration is defined as unit of refrigeration and is also defined as how much heat is being extracted by this particular refrigerator or air conditioner in 1 minute is given by this formula. It's 210 if it is 1 ton. If it's 2 ton, 210 into 2 means 420 kilojoule per minute, or 630 kilojoule per minute if it is 3 ton refrigeration or capacity itself. Now, let us go through the coefficient of performance of a refrigerator. This is COP. We know always all sort of machineries which is driven by certain artificial means requires the term efficiency, means how much work is to be input and how much work of that input work can be converted to the output work. That is output work, output divided by input. But here coefficient for performance follows the of a refrigerating system, follows more or less same process, but slightly different. Here it is the ratio of heat extracted from the refrigerator or to the work done on the refrigerator itself. So output here is also output by input. That is efficiency. Here, COP is the amount of heat being extracted. This is the what we are doing, amount of heat you are extracting from your particular refrigerator, and amount of work you are supposed to do to get this particular work done. That is the input, the amount of work you are doing in order to extract this amount of heat. So here heat extracted is the output, and the heat and the work done to do the same is the input itself. So theoretical QP is the Q divided by W, Q amount of heat extracted the refrigerator or amount of refrigeration produced or the capacity of the refrigerator. Three terms: amount of heat, amount of refrigerator required, and the capacity of the refrigeration, and W is the amount of work done. For unit mass, for COP is equal to Q by W. The coefficient of performance is reciprocal to the efficiency, that is of heat engine. It is thus obvious the value of COP is always greater than unity, where efficiency is always less than 1, where COP is always greater than 1 itself. This is the process, or the definition of coefficient of performance itself. Sometimes we are using another term. So the ratio of actual COP to the theoretical COP is sometimes defined as the relative coefficient of performance itself. The mathematical is given as COP, actual COP by theoretical COP. Actual here by theoretical COP, so relative COP is supposed to be less than 1 itself. Now let us discuss one important definition. What is the difference between a heat engine, a refrigerator, and heat pump? I am first explaining what is heat engine doing. It is some heat is being applied or heat is generated inside it, and it is converted into the effective work output. Means its input is the heat and output is the work. And refrigerator, it is drawing heat from a cold surface to a hot outside hot surroundings, and by doing so, it is doing certain amount of work, that is WR. And heat pump, it is pumping heat from low surroundings to the and in the process doing some work to supply the heat from a heated inside or heated inside incision hot room itself. So what is shown here? This is the hot body that is running at temperature T2. This is the temperature of the hot body. Then there is a heat engine. It is the supplies the heat QZ, and with it is converted in a heat engine is converted WE amount of work, and rest of the work Q1 is being sent to the lower body outside itself. That is the cold body. So hot body's temperature is T2 and cold body is temperature is T1. Lower temperature is T1 and higher temperature is T2 itself. So always we use this notation T2 for higher temperature and T1 for lower temperature, and we have just changed the position accordingly of the position of our input applications itself. For refrigeration doing, T1 is the cold body, which is here from it, heat is being extracted, that is Q1, by doing the work WR, and T2 is the hot body, here heat is supplied, where Q2 is equal to Q1 plus WR itself. You see here WE, we are supplying work outside, and here WR is supplying work to the refrigerator itself. And heat pump is similar to the refrigerator. What is doing, it is extracting heat from the cold surrounding, that is T1, and doing the work WP, which is applying the work here. So it is arrow is pointing towards the heat pump itself, and by pumping the heat, we have to do this amount of work, and we have to supply this heat to the hot body T2. We have temperature T2 by Q2 is equal to Q1 plus QP. So this Q1 plus WP is equal to Q2. Here Q1 plus WR is equal to Q2, and here is Q2 minus W is equal to number W is equal to Q1 itself. So let us go through the COP of all three of them one by one. Three of you are efficiency. The performance of heat engine is expressed by its efficiency layers always. The efficiency or coefficient of performance here for a heat engine, it's the output adhered by input. Output is there, is the work done here. The amount of work is extracted outside, and input is the amount of heat supplied by supplied to the heat engine from the heat source itself. So WE by Q2 or Q2 minus Q1 by WP, because Q2 will be hot body here, heat supplied by the hot body, and Q1 is the heat rejected to the cold body, and the difference of them is equal to the work done itself, and heat supplied is given by the Q2 itself, or the heat supplied from the heat engine itself. Here, the refrigerator as shown in the figure is a reversed heat engine, which is either cold or maintain the temperature of the body T1. Which is either cool or maintaining the temperature of the body T1 lower than the atmospheric temperature T2. Sorry. It is a reverse engine. We either cool or maintain the temperature of a body equal to T1. So this is the cold body. Here inside the refrigerator or inside the air conditioned room, we have to maintain this temperature T1, which is less than T2. And atmospheric temperature of the surroundings of the room or surrounding of the refrigerator is T2, which is hot body itself, whose temperature is higher than T1 itself. What always we have to do some work WR to supply heat from inside the room to outside the room or inside the refrigerator chamber to the outside the refrigerator chamber itself. Thus, according to the first of thermodynamics, what we are doing, WR is equal to Q2 minus Q1. The amount of heat supplied to the outside or minus subtracted by, and from it, it is the amount of heat drawn from the cold body itself. Is the difference is the WR itself, the work required to make this extraction of heat from cold body to hot body. So performance is expressed in terms of amount of heat taken from the cold body and to the amount of work required to done on the system itself. Thus, this ratio is called coefficient of performance, and not efficiency, but it's one type of efficiency, all right, but it is defined as coefficient of performance for heat pump and refrigerator itself. So the mathematical, the coefficient of performance that is supposed to be, again, that is output by input. Output here is the Q1, which is being drawn from the which is being drawn from the cold body itself, which is we are supposed to do. So Q1 WR, which is the input, is the amount of work we are putting on the system itself to make this possible, is extraction of work possible. So Q1 is divided by Q2 minus Q1, because Q2 will be the Q2 minus Q1 will be the difference. This difference Q2 minus Q1 will be the amount of work we are supposed to put into the refrigerating system itself. Now, for a refrigeration system is a heat pump. When what we are seeing, the extract heat Q1. Here it extract heat Q1 from the cold body and delivers it to a hot body. Here there is no difference in cycle of operations, heat pump and refrigerator, but only the practice application is different. Here the cold body is the surroundings and hot body is the heated rooms. Say in case of a in case of a cold countries like Russia and Canada, like this. Now, the main difference between the two is that the operating temperature itself. The refrigerator works between the cold temperature and the atmospheric temperature, whereas the heat pump operates between the body temperature T2 and atmospheric temperature TA. Means atmospheric temperature, it is from the inside body, cold body temperature that is supposed to be maintained at T1, and atmospheric pressure is the pressure of the surroundings, is TA. Here, the hot body temperature is T2 and the atmospheric temperature is TS. So this refrigerator used for cooling in summer can be used as heat pump in heating the summer in certain cases. So a similar way, what we are doing, Q2 minus Q1, this is the amount of heat we are supplying the body, and this is the amount of heat we are extracting the body, and we are applying the amount of work WP to get the W2. So Q2 is equal to Q1 plus WP, very clearly Q2, Q1 plus WP, or WP is equal to Q2 minus Q1 itself. The performance of the refrigerator or COP, this is the COP of the heat pump, COP, is expressed by the term ratio of the amount of heat delivered to the hot body to the amount of work required to done on the system itself. Same process as the refrigerator. So the ratio is called the coefficient of performance or energy performance ratio, EPR, of a heat pump. Generally, this term is used for a heat pump, and we have so many applications that we are supposed to see here. So mathematically, what we'll do, the amount of heat you are extracting from your surrounding, that is the input Q2, and amount of work we are putting over this heat to make this extraction of heat, that is Q2 minus Q1 itself. So Q2, Q1 minus Q1 plus 1 is COP plus 1. So you see, from the see the COP may be less than 1 or greater than 1, depending on the type of refrigerator system used. And the COP in heat pump is always greater than 1 itself. Now, as your air refrigeration system is not in your syllabus, I'm going directly to the vapor absorption refrigeration system itself. Vapor compression refrigeration system, not the absorption. Now, this is simple vapor refrigeration system. Vapor compression refrigeration system. What it tells us? A vapor compression refrigeration is an improved type of air refrigeration system in which a suitable working substance termed as in which refrigerant is used. Just some of you asked me, what is refrigerant? Now we are going to the term refrigerant itself. For air refrigeration system, refrigerant is the air itself. But here, refrigerant is a chemical which has certain specific property which helps us to make our cooling process convenient. It is condensed. First of all, I've told you earlier at the beginning, it condenses once and reverberates at other time at deep temperatures and pressures close to the atmospheric pressure itself. The refrigerants generally used for this purpose are mostly ammonia and carbon dioxide itself and sulfur dioxide. These are the commonly used, but today much hydrocarbon refrigerators are invented and being used. This is the initial application of ammonia and carbon dioxide, but still it is not abundant, but still has some application, or at least the to know the process of refrigeration, these three refrigerators are also required. This refrigerant itself never leaves the system, but it is circulated throughout the system, alternately condensing and evaporating. Means sometimes it is liquid, sometimes it is gaseous. It is in certain portion of the your system, it is condensing, and somewhere it is evaporating itself. What we do here is the low pressure vapor refrigerant from the evaporator is changed to high pressure vapor refrigerant in the compressor itself. So it is called vapor compression refrigeration system. As we are using compression to increase the speed of flow as well as increase the compressor pressure on the refrigerant, it is named as vapor compression refrigerant system. Throughout the system, in evaporating, the refrigerant absorbs the latent heat from the brine. Brine means salted water, which is being used for circulating around for cold chamber. While condensing, it gives out its heat to the circulating water of the cooler itself. The vapor compression refrigerant system is therefore a latent heat pump, as it pumps the latent heat from a brine and delivers it to the cooler itself.